Get your laugh, Albert. You're gonna make me laugh. Man. Hey everybody, if you follow us on Instagram, you see on why are you making that face? You see that I said that I was gonna do, well, we were gonna do a couples Q&A months before we got married. And here it is, October, and we've been married for 3 months already. So what better way to do our couples Q&A tag and the newlywed tag all wrapped up into one. So we have about 13 questions that we're gonna answer, just so that you can kind of see what the first 3 months of marriage for us have been like. The first question, who said I love you first and when?
Don't point at me.
Do
not point at me. Do not point at me.
He said it first. I promise you. I promise you. And here's how it happened. Here's how it happened.
Jerica, your YouTube channel has integrity. Have some integrity and tell these people the truth. Tell the listeners the truth. Tell them.
Okay. If you let me have the floor, okay, babe? Here's how it happened. It was a dark and stormy night. Okay, no, seriously, I promise you I didn't say it first. I wanted him to say it first. So we were on the phone and he's like, you were like, how do you know if you're in love with someone? And I'm like, well, I think if you love someone, you do XYZ, you feel XYZ. He's like, yeah, I asked my mom, how do you know if you're in love with somebody? And then you took a pause and you said, I love you. Do you not remember this?
The pause we
took,
you
was July 31st, 2011 at around 10 p.m. That's when you said you loved me first. Next question. How long did you date before you got engaged? We dated for
2.5 years.
2.5 years before he popped the question. How did you know that you're
I can't believe you just lied to me about
Ben,
go ahead. Go. Question number 3.
Are you serious right now? You said you loved me first.
Question number 3.
He know he said it. Okay, question number 3. How did you know that your spouse was the one?
How did I know? It was when we were in a relationship. It was right after I got through playing football. A lot of people don't know when I got through playing ball, I was like dead broke. Like I didn't have nothing. Like, I think I had maybe like $40 in my account. And I had rent due. I had bills to pay. At the same time, I still had to take care of her and myself. At that time, she was working at Hooters. Man, she picked up extra shift after extra shift after extra shift to make sure not only she was good, but we was good. And like from that day forward, once I got back on my feet, because I stopped playing ball that December, I got back on my feet at the end of January. And like after that, I said she would never, ever, ever have to want for anything else. Now she gonna work. She gonna work. She gonna work.
I'm gonna stay at home.
But she ain't gonna have to take care of the big stuff. Never again. That's how I knew she was the one.
And I knew that he was the one. It was actually during the early stages of our relationship. When we first met, I would always have like a full face of makeup all the time. And he was like, you don't have to do all of that. But I was like so nervous because you know how some people shave off their eyebrows and like redraw them on? I'm not that girl who does that, but I just naturally don't really have eyebrows. Are you laughing? Like I don't really have them. So I was just really self-conscious about that, and I didn't want him to see me that way at all. I'm like, I'm like being dramatic and crying, stop. And so I was able to wash my face completely, and he's like, you are beautiful. He would tell me all the time, you are the baddest chick, but you gotta believe that. So he instilled like a confidence in me that I never had before. And we joke a lot. We've always had a really light, fun relationship, but he goes so hard for me. Like he rides for me like my mom rides for me. And you know how your mom always is gonna have your back. Your mom, right, wrong, or indifferent, she got you. And he is the exact same way. Like no matter what I'm going through, if I told him I want to run for president in 2020 against Kanye. He's like, okay, let's go get some shirts. He going on Instagram. He's promoting, like, whatever dream or goal that I have, he supports it 100%. And that to me just spoke so much. So it just spoke volumes that I was able to completely be myself, and he loved and appreciated that and supported me in everything. So that's how I knew that he was the one. Next, question number 4. What have you learned during your first few months of marriage? I think for me, I've learned to just roll with the punches and expect the unexpected. We have had so many unexpected things happen to us within just 3 months of being married. We won't go into a lot of detail about it right now, but I mean, and even though they were unexpected things, they were big blessings as well, but totally unexpected. And then just roll with the punches. We've been living in our home for a year now, but we didn't start having issues with our home until after we got married. Like the air went out.
Yeah. Turned with ants.
We had like ants, invasion of ants, and it was right after we saw Ant-Man.
Right after we saw
It was after we saw Ant-Man. I feel like Ant-Man jinxed us.
What I've learned, speaking from a husband's point of view, is you're always wrong, so shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Let her be right. You get a good night's rest.
Spouse.
What do I love most about my spouse? The thing I love most about my spouse is just the times we have together. As far as just the good times, like she's really like my best friend. Like she just said previously, we laugh, we joke. Many people don't really we always talking about each other. Always. As a matter of fact, you tried to talk about me on the Snapchat today about how I was off rhythm on the hit the coin, but I was on rhythm, and yeah, I did all of that, all of that. So the thing, that's one thing that I love most about myself is just how much of a best friend she is to me.
I think what I love the most about you, it's so much to choose from, because my husband's really a great guy. You won't find many people who disagree with that. He's really, really a great guy. But one thing, the thing that I love about him the most would have to be his crazy, unshakable, unchanging faith in God thing. But no matter the situation, literally, no matter how big, no matter how small, he is always firm in knowing that whatever we're going through, God is going to absolutely 100% make a way. And who is the bigger cover hog? I feel like that's, easy. I would say me. Would you agree?
I don't have to. I'm just not me. I'm the one with the cold toes.
What is one thing you and your spouse couldn't live without? This probably sounds bad, but I would say our cell phones, only because and his family lives 6 hours away, so we have to stay in contact with his family too. And our cell phones, we can just contact each other, FaceTime. So I think we couldn't live without our phones.
And golf channel.
I think we could definitely make it pretty good. I think we would be perfect without the golf channel, actually. If your spouse committed a non-violent but illegal crime, would you join them?
You know I'm down to ride.
I told y'all, whatever.
I'm down to ride.
Whatever. It is
Police come get me then. You got to find us. Play with it.
Okay, next question. We are getting to the end. What is one tradition that you and your spouse have started now that you are married?
Go ahead.
I think we've only been married for 3 months, so the only tradition that we've started right now is that we pray together every night. This was something that we didn't do before we got married, but since being married, we've made it a habit to make sure that we pray with each other every night. Hold hands, pray before we go to bed every night. That's something that we did start once we got married, started dating. If you and your spouse could only take one trip for the rest of our lives, where would we go?
Open the floodgates of heaven.
Wait, I think you misunderstood the question. It's not like a heaven type question, I don't feel. I don't think it means like that. I'm thinking it means like...
Because I want to get there now. I want to get there.
We both do. We both...
Come to see you, man.
We both want to eventually go to heaven one day, but baby, I think this is vacation-wise.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Vacation-wise. I know y'all probably saying, this boy here so ignorant. But one vacation spot, Florida. Do y'all realize the golf courses they have there? Do y'all realize it?
Very selfish.
Florida. Like, we can be on the golf course. We can be there together, baby. We can be there together. You know, you tee the ball up for me and I just hit it. Florida.
I think I'm going to have to disagree with that one. I would probably say definitely someplace tropical. We both like tropical, like with beaches. I mean, okay, I understand Florida has all of that. But what I'm saying is, I mean, Florida wouldn't be terrible, but that's not, like, if we only get one more vacation for the rest of life, you want to go to Florida? I mean, and that's no shade to Florida at all, but I'm thinking maybe we could even go back to Hawaii, where we went for honeymoon. That was a
Hawaii, though. I do the Hawaii.
It was
go to a different island. Go to a different island.
Perfect.
Yeah, I go to
the
Hawaii.
Most perfect.
I changed it up. I go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Cause I gotta go somewhere they have American food.
Yes.
We just not that.
Yes, we have to have American food.
We not big on that. Trying all of that different. That's just not us. That's not us at all.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do too much taste testing. We would like to have American food, but still a tropical location if we could only have one more trip. And last but not least, I cannot believe we're already at the last question. What is one goal that you and your spouse want to complete within the next year? I think for me, I want us to definitely budget so that we can have a nice amount of money saved up for a down payment for a house, so that we can buy a house, whether we buy that house for us to live in as our family, or if we buy a house to flip, or buy a house for a rental property, whatever the case may be, we want to buy a house. So within the next year, we have a certain amount of money that we have that we want to save up so that we can make that big purchase. So that's my biggest goal.
I'm right with that. I'm right with it. Have enough money saved up so we can go ahead and have a nice amount of money so we can put that on the house.
Absolutely.
Eat the crib.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, because we watch a lot of flip or flop, so if we could do something along those lines, that would be great. But we definitely want our first starter home, because although we are in a home now, it's a rental property, so we want something that we can own ourselves. So that's definitely what we want to do within the next year. Thank you so much for watching this video. I cannot believe it's over. I cannot believe you. Are you really gonna let this video end knowing that you lied, knowing that you told me that you loved me first? Don't hit me with the slow blink.
What did T.I. do on that Wendy Williams show? What he kept doing?
I don't know. I don't remember T.I. on Wendy Williams. Bye guys. Thank you for watching.